Ambassador, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for this opportunity.
What are Angola's biggest priorities at the United Nations?
But for us, Angola is very involved in peace and security issues in the continent. We have been very involved in conflict prevention, mediation, and resolution. And for this fact is one of our priorities here at UN. See how we can get the necessary support from United Nations to tackle this big issue, which is undermining the possibility of Africa moving ahead at a reasonable pace in terms of sustainable development. As you know, Angola has been very active in mediating the current crisis between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda, trying to contribute for peace and stability in the eastern side of DRC, an issue that is a major concern for all the players in the region and beyond. We are also very involved in sustainable development issues because, we need to be part of the international effort to provide the necessary level of development to everyone, leaving no one behind. And for that, we have to be involved in the discussions and decisions that are needed to make sure that African countries receive the necessary support, especially in terms of debt relief, to be able to invest in development. We are also very involved in human rights, gender issues, youth, because they represent another challenge for us. And then we have the challenges related to climate change. Angola as a country is already, feeling the effects of the climate change. In the southern part of the country, we have a drought, a severe one, the most severe in the last 40 years, which is putting pressure on the government to provide assistance to those communities affected and trying to find sustainable solutions to address climate change.
What remain the biggest challenges on the continent, especially with the situation with the DRC? And are you concerned that it's not getting as much attention as some of the other conflicts in the world that we keep hearing more about?
Conflict in other parts of the world has really taken over the whole agenda, and situations in Africa are not taking the same attention. We have the war in Sudan. It's a very tragic war with heavy human casualties. The conflict in the eastern part of DRC has been there for decades and needs to find a solution. And we have also the problem of terrorism, spreading in different areas and in different regions of the continent, and, from the Sahel to the eastern side of the continent, lately in the northern part of Mozambique. These are issues that need a global response.
The next president of the UN General Assembly is slated to be a leader from the African continent. Are you hopeful that that person can bring some of those issues to the forefront?
Definitely. We are very hopeful that he will do his best to have these issues as part of the agenda, to have more involvement of our international partners, to find jointly the best way to address them.
Angola is rich in natural resources, and we know that the government has been working to find other ways to grow the economy. Is there a difficult balance in doing that sustainably?
Well, we are trying to diversify our economy because it has been very dependent on oil and diamonds. And for that, We have a long-term strategy, Angola 2050, and we have the National Development Program 2022-2027, which defines areas where we need to focus to provide opportunities to develop the country in a way that the broader population can benefit from this effort. We see agriculture as one of the areas where we need to do more, and we are making more investment. Tourism, because of the country has natural beauty that will be very good to be explored by international tourists. So we are also investing more in infrastructure to sustain development and to attract investment.
Angola's president recently visited Beijing and met with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Both countries celebrated 40 years of ties. How would you describe this relationship?
Well, it's a long-standing relationship that started even before our independence. Liberation movement of Angola received the support of China. Since 1983, we have been engaged in a state-to-state relationship, which is growing as time goes by. We see China as a strategic partner and has been very involved in our development agenda.
Tell us more about Angola and China's areas of cooperation. We know that there was a strategic partnership. A lot of business leaders were there discussing opportunities as well.
Yes, we see that we have more than 400 Chinese companies in Angola. We feel that it will be important for them to start producing more in country by involving more manpower and less import products. We think that China can do more as part of our strategy of economic development. China's experience can be very helpful for Angola and for the region, because what happens in Angola has also economic implications in neighboring countries like DRC, Zambia, Namibia, and therefore, we see this partnership with great opportunity to continue to expand and to grow.
Ambassador da Cruz, thank you so much for your time.